Welcome to Am I Going to Regret This, where I do a year-on experiment on YouTube to see how far I can go. So today we are doing it about writing the best, worst wattpad story in history. Yes, not only recent that exists, in history to exist. Okay, and to do that, there's a lot of competition. Okay, obviously there are really good wattpad stories, but I'm talking about specifically the bad one, the badly written ones with the stereotypical shit. And I'm like, how am I gonna do that? It's either it's badly written or like it's just stereotypical shit that is just the story is just so cliche. But I don't want my story to be cliche. I want my story to be cliche, but predictable for being horrible, but predictable for being unpredictable. And I want that. So to do that, we are going to discuss basically what I'm going to do for my female lead, okay? So the story I'm basically writing with stereotypical stuff is the female lead. On my video, what I'm doing there, I was fighting my teams, like just kept on popping up. So anyway, the point is that I went over like the things that would be considered as stereotypical stuff for your female lead, and that was one of them. Okay, all of these is So we're gonna go over the female lead category. Okay. Now, obviously, in all female lead stories, with the wattpad stories, all the ones I've read when I was 12, the female lead was short. She was just so short, compared to everyone. So I went from 4 feet to 5 foot 2 feet. But yeah, she's hella short that you can't see her, type of thing. Then we're gonna move on to the next spot role, which is the blue orbs one. The blue orbs, like an ocean, like her eyes are like the ocean, so blue like the ocean that you can dive right in and drown. You can dive in and drown in them. Okay, you can really just drown in them, type of thing. And then you got your green orbs, okay, like the grass. And when I'm talking about like grass, I mean like the grass that you roll down the hill. And by the way, I used to roll down hills as a kid. Jack and Jill ain't got shit on me, okay? But anyway, I roll down the hill and then I'll come back home with itching with grass from every bit of the pod. Everywhere it's just itching, and it's frustrating, okay? So that's the type of green orbs that she has. So then we're gonna move on to the next one, which is blonde straight hair. And by straight I mean like 1A, 1, 2, that one where it's just straight, because the male needs to run his fingers down her hair, and to run her fingers down her hair, she has to have straight hair. But if they still want to run the fingers down her hair but still have a bit of slight curl, we got the brown hair one. And it's not all of them, but I've read ones with brown hair where they just decided to switch it up and now she has curly hair, and still curly enough, curly but not curly enough that you cannot run your fingers through it, because they still gotta do that. It's one of the things that happen in books. You're gonna read that a lot. Every chapter, you're just gonna hear that. It's gonna be annoying. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to petite. Okay, petite, very small. She's gonna be small, dainty. She's gonna be like little tiny. Okay, and that's what's gonna make the male even more happy. Okay, that type of thing. Then we're gonna move on to described as a strong girl. Not what you mean described as a strong girl, but is actually nice to be saved all the time. Well, I mean that the female lead in those stereotypical stories, they somehow say that she's a genius, and also she's a karate master, kung fu master. I don't care. She's something master. She's very strong and she's smart, but somehow she always makes stupid decisions, and every time she can't save herself from those decisions. Like someone could literally just like smack her across the face with a hand, and she literally can't defend that. And I'm not saying that you know what I mean? Like she just kind of falls back and she's stuck on the floor, and then the male lead has to hop in, type of thing. And then we're gonna move on to she's not like other girls one. Okay, that cliche line, like I'm not like other girls line, we're going to put that in. And what is the stereotypical I'm not like other girls or separated from others? She's a tomboy, even though tomboy has always been there. Yeah. And it's obviously other people like that. But anyway, that's just her. So then that is it for the female lead. And honestly, I'm doing a voiceover, so I have to wait for me to scroll down a bit for the male lead. So let's just talk about something else. Like, how's your day? Is it doing good? No? Yes? I'm just going to assume. You're going to have to write in the comments if it's doing good or not. Have I got there yet? No, I'm still by the blonde straight hair. Right. I did talk a lot. This is just awkward. I'm just gonna have to discuss something. So Jennifer Lopez situation, still there, still there. It's even worse than before. It's coming. More things, more shitty things are coming out. Um, JoJo, a song is still very much coming out. People would like it to be unreleased. I read a funny comment about something. It was so hilarious. Okay, I scroll down. So basically, the male the male lead is basically extremely strong. Okay, if you oh, by the way, if you have noticed that the male lead one has more characteristics than the female, like he has more interesting things about himself than the female lead does, which is quite infuriating. And that I had to just add in. Okay, so the male lead, he is extremely strong. He's so strong that he like flicks the female lead's head and she has to spin around the earth 7 times in like a split second, and she is still alive after all of that. And then we're gonna move on to I'm gonna make him 8 foot tall. I know it's usually 6 feet, 6'2", 6'5". I'm gonna make him 8 feet tall. We have to make him extremely tall, okay? If you're wondering how tall, you know the other like manga like books, those ones, yeah, you just gotta read those old ones. That's how I imagine him to be. And then the possessive one. Okay, he's just so possessive. You're gonna see he's gonna glue her onto him, like on the back. She's just gonna be stuck. He's going to his business meetings. She's just like taped around him. She's just hanging there like a backpack because he's gonna have broad shoulders. But we'll get to the broad shoulders part. Okay, yeah, you see, I wrote the broad shoulders. Yeah, that was because I had to add that in. And then we got obsessive. Okay, this man is just so obsessive. He his pictures are everywhere. His wall is just painted with her face there. His sheets is just painted. It's just like printed her face there. His socks printed face, which is I feel is disrespectful because he's kind of technically stepping on her, but maybe that just like gets him off or something. I don't know. Then his clothes is printed with her face. Everything is just printed with her face, and she loves it. She just loves it. She's not creeped out. Usually, they should be creeped out, but usually the female leads are not creeped out by that. Like she's just enjoying the attention. And then after that, we're going to move on to his obsessiveness. Oh, I already said obsessiveness. Then we're going to move on to his part. So he's part werewolf, vampire, lake and wizard, immortal, demon, angel. This was all the ones I could come up with that I've read with these tags. Usually I only read these tags, nothing more, nothing less. And yeah, he's all of that. How's that gonna work? I don't know. Don't ask me. We're gonna figure it out along the way. I'll pull out which one I like the most in a certain situation. Oh, he needs to be kind, angel. Oh, he's rude, demon. Like I don't know. And then we go to his next one. His job. Okay, his job. He's a mafia boss. He's a mafia boss, movie star, boy band, soloist, bookstore owner. By the way, there's one to the bookstore owner. Businessman, nepo baby, and cronies. Oh, I already moved on to the male lead one. Sorry, I'm saying it slow. Then we're gonna go to his F-boy. He's just screwing everyone, and somehow he's not impregnated anyone. Just going and just somehow. By the way, the female is gonna have so many children. Anyway, then we move on to his rude, sweet, harsh, caring, abusive, and loving man when the story feels like it. And the reason why I said that is because really when the story feels like it in that story, it was just his mood swings is very crazy. Then we go into I gotta speak up real quick. I'm gonna speak real quick. We're gonna go to the tropes. The tropes is basically everything that you can think of. I'm going to edit in, and then we're gonna go to ways the male lead like does it. Okay, the male lead does it. He is just giving her Stockholm syndrome. I didn't want to fully write it in because I was too lazy to do that. So Stockholm syndrome is number 1. We're gonna put that in the enemies to lovers part. She's just gonna freely just love him after that. And then let's see which one I put in next. Give me a sec. This is what happens. I had it like recorded the first time without like watching it and recording it now. It was there. It was just the problem was the audio wasn't the best in the video, so I had to. I'm probably going in detail with the Stockholm syndrome. Anyway, how? I don't know. He kills. What did I say there? Insults as well. Yeah, he insults her. I don't know. I don't remember what I said there. Anyway, that's just it for my video. Because it's going to end soon. I think. Should end soon. I'm going to cut it here.